Okay, picture this. You are sitting on a secret.
Mm.
And not just a, I accidentally broke mom's favorite vase kind of secret.
Yeah.
We are talking about a secret that, if it gets out, changes the entire political landscape of the known world.
And likely gets everyone you love executed before sunset.
Right. And the secret isn't a password or a map. It's a person, a 14-year-old boy named Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
He's been raised in the dust of a construction site by a humble laborer, completely unaware that his biological father is the Pharaoh of Egypt.
And, more importantly, unaware that there is a prophecy hanging over his head. A prophecy that says he is destined to kill that father.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
Mm.
Today we are unpacking a really specific high-tension slice of the book Chasing Death. We're focusing on the chapter about the escape to Syria.
Yeah.
And I have to say, reading through the sources for this one, it felt like watching a thriller movie where you're just screaming at the screen.
It really does, because up until this point in the story, the secret has been safe. It's been, dormant.
Right.
But in this 24-hour window we're looking at today, that dormant volcano suddenly starts smoking.
So let's set the scene for everyone. We have St. Orion, who is kind of the mastermind behind hiding this boy. And then we have Merrick, the foster father, the laborer. They've managed to keep Zayn hidden for 14 years. What changes?
Queen Aria changes. The sources tell us she visited St. Orion the night before, and this is where the psychological analysis in the text gets really interesting.
Okay.
Orion isn't scared because she made a direct threat. He's scared because of her vibe.
The text mentions he was watching her face closely, right?
Exactly. He realized she wasn't acting like a queen investigating a rumor. She was acting like a mother who had just recognized her missing child. The source says she was worrying like a mother who had just glimpsed her missing son.
That distinction is just, it's crucial.
It is.
If it's just political suspicion, maybe you can talk your way out of it. But if it's a mother's instinct,
Yeah.
you can't logic that away.
Precisely. And Orion, being the strategist he is, he runs the simulation in his head immediately. If the Green claims Zayn, she brings him to the palace.
And you might think, great, he gets to live in luxury.
But the text explicitly calls the palace a nest of spies.
Which means
you cannot hide a 14-year-old boy there who likely bears a striking family resemblance to the pharaoh, not when he's surrounded by courtiers whose entire job is to notice things.
Oh.
If he goes to the palace, the pharaoh finds out. And if the pharaoh finds out...
The prophecy kicks in.
Yeah.
Pharaoh kills the boy to save himself.
And he kills Merrick and his wife for the deception. It's total annihilation. So Orion realizes he has zero margin for error. He has to act.
So this kicks off the timelines. Early morning, Orion walks an hour through the desert heat to get to the construction site. And I love the setting here. It's described as this colossal pyramid construction site. It's loud, it's chaotic. Why meet there?
It's the perfect cover. It's hiding in plain sight. Merrick is a supervisor there. So if Orion pulls him aside under a date tree, it just looks like a priest blessing a worker or, discussing logistics. But the conversation they have is anything but routine.
Merrick comes out, wiping dust off his hands, probably thinking, okay, why is the saint here? And Orion doesn't sugarcoat it.
No.
He drops the bomb. The Queen of Egypt came to me last night.
And look at Merrick's reaction in the text. He tries to negotiate, not with logic, but with emotion. He says, we can't bear to be separated from our child. He's terrified of losing his son.
But Orion has to be the cold shower here.
He has to be. He has that line, right? When a queen of a country sets her mind to something, she usually succeeds.
That's the reality check.
It is. Orion basically says, your love is nice, but it's going to get you all killed. He forces Merrick to choose between his son's presence and his son's survival.
You can keep him and watch him die, or you can send him away and let him live.
It's a brutal, brutal ultimatum.
But Merrick accepts it. The plan is to send Zayn to Syria to live with Merrick's sister. But they can't just put him on a horse and wave goodbye.
No, they need a cover story.
Right. And this is where we get into the spycraft of it all.
It is. Orion tells Merrick, you must tell everyone he ran away. They have to stage a domestic crisis. Merrick has to publicly destroy his own reputation as a good father to protect the boy.
So Merrick goes back to work, but now he's acting. And this is where the tension shifts to the home front. He gets home, and he has to start lying to Zayn immediately.
It's such a human moment. Zayn asks, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
And Merrick has to improvise. He invents this story about a royal messenger complaining about a marble platform being too high.
Why that lie? Why a marble platform?
It's brilliant because it's boring. It's bureaucratic.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, if he said, oh, just some guy about the war, Zayn would ask questions. But complaining about construction specs, it sounds exactly like the kind of annoying thing a supervisor deals with.
But Zayn doesn't just let it go. He has this reaction that I found fascinating. He starts critiquing the king. He says, what is it with these kings that they believe they'll live forever?
It's dramatic irony at its finest. Here is the secret prince, a laborer's boy, mocking the arrogance of the very dynasty he belongs to.
It tells you so much about his character.
It does. He's not just a worker bee, he's a thinker.
Yeah.
Questions authority.
And Merrick has to shut that down fast. We are the king's slaves. It's like he's trying to push Zayn back into the box to keep him safe.
Exactly. Keep your head down, kid. Don't be special. Being special gets you killed.
So they move from the deception at work to the deception at home. And the source material paints this picture of dinner that night. It's so cozy.
It is. It's heartbreakingly normal. You have Marek, his wife, Zayn, and then you have Polka.
Oh, we have to talk about Polka.
We have to. Polka is a servant, but he's really part of the family. He walks in, sniffing the air, and makes a joke that the mother cooked a crocodile.
And she smacks him and says, it's duck rice.
Duck rice! I love that detail. It anchors the scene in reality. Polka is thrilled because it's his favorite meal. He's laughing, eating, completely oblivious. But for Mark and his wife, every bite must taste like ash. They know this is the Last Supper.
That contrast, Polka's ignorance versus Marek's knowledge, is what builds the tension. It's that Hitchcock thing, isn't it? The bomb is under the table and two people know it's there and two people don't.
Exactly. And Marek has to wait for the right moment to detonate the plan. He waits until bedtime.
He can't tell Zayn the truth.
No way.
He can't say the queen is hunting you. So he frames it as a vacation, a change of climate.
And this part actually made me sad for Zayn because he gets excited. He's like, Dad, you read my mind.
Yeah, he talks about how the caves at the pyramid site are suffocating him. He wants to leave.
It's a relief for Marek, sure, because he doesn't have to drag the kid kicking and screaming, but it's also tragic. Zayn thinks he's going on an adventure.
And Marek knows he's sending his son into exile.
Marek says, work always comes second, which is a lie, of course. For a slave, work is everything. But he says it to sell the fiction.
So the plan is set. Leave before dawn. But then we hit a snag. Zayn wakes up in the middle of the night, all excited, ready to pack. But Polka
is grumpy.
He is so grumpy.
Polka is the voice of the everyman here. He's sleepy. He's like, why are we leaving now? Can't we just wait until the evening?
And Marek snaps at him. Stop talking nonsense.
Marek is on a razor's edge. He knows that every second Zayn is in that house is a gamble. Polka's grumbling is practically life-threatening, though Polka doesn't know it.
Then we have the farewell scene. The sources describe the mother packing roasted duck meat for the road, Marek hugging the boy. It's so restrained, isn't it?
It has to be.
They can't weep and wail because that would give away the fact that this isn't just a vacation.
They have to swallow their grief. But there is that one moment where Marek's control slips into a physical command. He grabs Polka by the ear.
Yes, pulls his ears.
It's played for a laugh maybe, but the message is deadly serious. Take special care of Zayn's safety. He is physically emphasizing the instruction. He is entrusting his life's work, this boy, to a grumpy servant.
And then the visual. The two horses riding off, the parents watching until they disappear behind the sand dunes, and Marek says, Zayn has been saved.
He thinks the hard part is over, but really, phase 2 is just starting, the performance.
Right, because now Marek has to explain where his son is without telling the truth. So he plays sick.
He stays in bed. He tells the neighbors that Zayn got into a fight with him and ran away. And the neighbors, they buy it completely.
Why does that work so well?
Because it plays into stereotypes. The rebellious teenager, the overworked father. The neighbors come in, they offer sympathy. They say, oh, don't worry, God will bring him back.
And Marek is just shedding fake tears.
And everyone believes him. It shows how much he understands human nature. People love a domestic drama. They don't suspect an international conspiracy.
So neighbors leave. Marek and his wife eat dinner. They go to sleep. They think they've won. They think they beat the system.
And this is where the source material just pulls the rug out. It's midnight. The house is dark. And then knock, knock, knock.
Oh, that sound must have stopped Marek's heart.
Literally, he goes to the door. Who is it? A woman's voice says, open the door. He opens it, and there's a woman in a black dress, covered head to toe.
This is Charmine.
Charmine, the queen's personal servant. Her eyes and ears. This is the nest of spies showing up on his doorstep.
And let's just pause on the timing here. Polka wanted to wait until evening to leave.
Yeah.
If Morik had listened to Polka.
If they had waited, Charmaine would have walked in and found Zayn sitting at the dinner table. Game over. They missed disaster by a matter of hours.
So Charmaine is standing there. She demands to know where Zayn is. This is the boss battle for Marek.
It is. And remember, he's just a laborer. She is a court operative. But Marek sticks to the script.
He does.
He starts crying again. He tells her the same lie he told the neighbors. Zayn ran away. He left a void in my heart.
The text says he was so convincing that for a moment even Charmaine was persuaded. But then she does something interesting. She doesn't arrest him. She lies back.
This is the double bluff. It's my favorite part of the chapter because it's a duel of liars. Charmaine can't say the queen thinks he's her son. That reveals too much. So she invents a cover story of her own.
What's her story?
She says, oh, the commander-in-chief is angry because Zayn disrespected a royal procession. The queen just wants to find the boy to protect him from the commander.
That is clever. She's trying to position the queen as the good cop.
Exactly. She's thinking, if this father knows where the boy is, he's hiding him because he's scared. If I tell him the queen wants to help, he'll give up the location.
But Marek knows better.
Marek knows that the queen's protection is a one-way ticket to the execution block. But he can't let on that he knows. So what does he do?
He thanks her.
He thanks her. He says, oh, please thank Her Highness for her kindness. I wish I knew where he was so I could accept her help. He leans into the role of the grateful, apathetic peasant.
And she buys it.
She buys it. She comforts him briefly, and then she leaves. She rides off into the dark.
And the door closes. Marek wakes his wife up, and I imagine they just sat there trembling.
They realized the true scope of the danger. St. Orion wasn't paranoid. He was right. The queen wasn't just thinking about it. She had dispatched a retrieval team. The extraction to Syria wasn't a precaution. It was a rescue mission that succeeded by the skin of its teeth.
It really reframes the whole chapter.
Oh.
Do you think they're being overly cautious, sending the kid away, and then at the end you realize the wolf was already at the door.
Exactly. The geographic separation is the only thing that saved them. Zayn is galloping under the stars, probably thinking about what kind of cool snacks they have in Syria, while back home his parents just stared death in the face.
So let's zoom out. What does this mean for the bigger picture? Marek saved Zayn. Mission accomplished, right?
Well, yes and no. He saved his life. But think about the prophecy. The prophecy says the son will kill the father. By keeping Zayn in the construction site under Marek's thumb, Marek was actually preventing the prophecy. Zayn was a nobody. He was contained.
By sending him to Syria.
By sending him to Syria, he has released him into the wild. Zayn is now out in the world without supervision, moving toward a new destiny. He's on the road. And in these kinds of epic stories, the road is where you find out who you really are.
So in trying to stop the queen from finding the son, they might have just put the son on the path to finding the pharaoh.
Precisely. They tried to outrun fate, but they might have just given fate a faster horse.
That is a wild thought to end on. Marek did the right thing as a father, but maybe the wrong thing as a guardian of history.
It's the classic tragedy. You do what you have to do to survive the night, even if it complicates the next 10 years.
Well, Zayn is safe for now. The queen is empty-handed. But something tells me this story is just getting started.
Oh, the pieces are definitely moving now.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into chasing death. It's a powerful reminder of how history can pivot on tiny moments. A bowl of duck rice, a lie told at a doorway, or a decision made under a date tree.
And sometimes the hardest way to love someone is to let them go.
We'll catch you in the next deep dive. Keep listening.